and here we are at this juncture, right?
Yeah.
So, my name's Stephanie Johnson. My husband Brad and I live here in Lincoln. We have 6 kids, and so we're not busy or anything like that. A little bit about me and how I got here, and just a teensy bit, because whenever anybody gets up and presents, I always want to know, like, how did they get there and what's their story. So I was a speech pathologist for 17 years. That's my career and my education. And after that, I became the director of a home care company here in Lincoln. One of my really good friends bought a franchise, and she needed somebody to oversee basically all of it and help grow it. So I oversaw basically half the state of Nebraska, and we grew the company from a $500,000 company to an $8 million, hi George, to an $8 million company in a matter of about 5 years. So I had a lot of that on my back, and I came home every night, and I had literally nothing left at the end of the day. It was extremely rewarding, though, to know what we had accomplished. When I found out, though, that it was worth $8 million, I'm like, holy crap, I just built somebody's dream.
Amen. Yeah, you.
I did that for 5 years, and I missed out on a lot, and boy, wow. I don't regret it, though, because I learned a ton about business and actually what I could do. And you learn a lot about yourself, when you step into something that takes some courage and vision. And so it was tumultuous at times, at about the time where I was really struggling with some things with the company and just my place in it. Right about the time I found out it was worth $8 million. A good friend of mine walked into my life and asked me about a network marketing company. And a little bit about me is that when I was 20, while I was getting my master's degree, I was introduced to the industry, and I was just blown away. But I didn't really pursue it because I was raised to go to school, get your degree, get your job, get your health insurance, do all that. So I was blown away by that, but I didn't stick too far into it because I was in school and I had kids and everything else. So then I did another company years later when I was a speech pathologist, and I was able to replace my income, earn my way to the top of the company, was able to stay home with my kids. So fast forward to my story about where I was with this other company is I was at this juncture where I just learned I built somebody's dream, and then in walks a friend. She told me about this network marketing company. She asked me if I would be interested in a corporate position with the company. I'd be traveling a lot. It's a leadership position, lots of money, la la la. Prayed about it. We decided it wasn't a good fit for me and our family, so I turned it down. Plus, I couldn't leave my friend high and dry because I was basically running everything. And so I decided 2 weeks later, I'm just going to go ahead and build a business. After I had learned about the company, it was a Christian company. It was an amazing culture. So I decided, okay, so did my director job, did that network marketing company, replaced my income after about a year, was able to stay home. So I was home for about 8 months, working my business, doing my thing, working from home. In walks my friend, Anna. Actually, she called me. And she's like, we had a little chit chat. She's like, do you keep your options open? And she didn't know that internally I was wondering, is this where I'm supposed to be? I've been praying about it, just didn't feel right. There was something, I wasn't quite sure. She calls me and she's like, I know you're happy, you love what you're doing, blah, 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 but do you keep your options open? And I said, of course I keep my options open. I don't think, God would open a window or a door and expect me just to walk on by pretend like it didn't happen. So anyway, she said, okay, do you mind if I bring over a couple of non-disclosure agreements for you and Brad to sign, and we can tell you what Brett and I have been up to? And I was like, okay, this is serious. So she came over with the non-disclosures, and what I'm about to present and tell you about tonight is what she told me. There's way more to it now. The company didn't even have a name at that time. So the company now is Emris International, and we will go over the business. We'll talk about the business plan, the products, where we're at now, where we're going, and just about the timing of where things are at right now with the company. So Emris International, I don't like to skip past this slide because it's not like I'm saying to you, hey Sue, you just won the lottery.
These are the
Woo,
same.
you just came to see me. you can, that there's a lot of things in place for people to be extremely successful, absolutely, and we're gonna go over all of that, but what it takes is the person's effort, just like any other business, building a business. Just like I just went through with my friend that helped me build that company to an $8 million business. I mean, it's all about what you have inside of you and what you're willing to do. It's the same exact concept, right? So, I'm missing a slide. I don't know where it went. So the word Emris actually is the combination of the Emry and the Harris family name, and it means undying legacy. Aspen actually thought of the name. They were trying to think of a name for the company, and she thought of it, sent it to Matthew Harris, and he Googled it or looked it up, and in Latin it means undying legacy. So the three of them together, so that's where we got the name, have over 50 years experience in the industry. They have seen it all. Aspen is the one that called me. She's my friend. I've known her for about 12 years. We have kids that go to school together. She's been at the very, very tippy top of a couple of network marketing companies, and she's been on the cover of magazines. She's made lots and lots of money in the industry, but she's also been a Spanish teacher. Her husband is a traditional business owner, so they own a couple of other traditional business, and they've just been very, very successful and wise with their the planning of that. And then the Harris family also have had tremendous success. So Matthew, he's built, he's launched companies, he's made other people millionaires, and Eileen is a success coach. So you might see people on TV who she's coached, right? So the three of them together have built this company, family funded it. They have funded it. It's a family-owned company, and just from the success that they've had, and each one of their roles really describes them perfectly. Aspen's very detail-oriented. She's very much a rule follower. Everything has to be in the box. Very, very specific. Eileen, she's been our chief strategy officer. She's the one that we are wanting to do. Our goal is to do 100 million in sales the first year. And when my husband first heard about this whole thing, he was like, how do you support 100 million in sales in the first year? Well, you have a strategy, and we've had to learn. We've gone through the details of this, but that's Eileen's role, is to make sure that we're able to sustain that. There's a lot that goes into that. And then Matthew Harris is the visionary officer, and he really does have the vision. He is a dual citizen between South Africa and the United States. So, and Eileen's family immigrated here from Cuba. Matthew and Eileen live in Miami, Florida. Actually, they just moved to Tampa because our headquarters is in Tampa now. And Brent and Aspen Emry, who live in Firth, Nebraska, are moving to Tampa. Aspen's moving May 15th. So they have 5 children. So they're moving their family to Tampa, and Brent's got to finish up some things with his businesses here, so he'll be on his way shortly thereafter. But they have seen it all with the industry, and I could even tell you, like Aspen, when she was at the very pinnacle of a company, she was the top earner. She had 1/3 of a company underneath of her, and then one day she woke up in the morning and the website was down. The company closed its doors, it was gone. Lost everything. And she said, she and Brent were like, we're never doing this again, ever. So they have seen it all. I mean, our leaders truly have built something from a lot of experience, seeing the good and the bad and the ugly. And it's just like any traditional business too. You see a variety of the very same things, but when you go to start your own, you pick all the best parts and you make it your own. So that's what we have with our leadership. And we have launched in 2 countries. We are in what we call our pre-launch. Are we in pre-launch?
Soft launch.
I can never get that. We're in soft launch. We start pre-launch in May. So I mean, it's like details. Whatever. All I know is that nobody ever really launches, it's very unheard of. I haven't ever heard of a company like this that launched in 2 countries on the very same day, as successfully as we did. That took a lot of back work. I mean, going to the parliament in South Africa and doing a lot of those things that we did it. And in the United States. So there's a very strategic plan in place here for the next 12 to 18 months, 2 years, 5 years for us to strategically launch in other countries. And I'm very excited about that opportunity. We have this is the updated presentation. That's why everything looks different. So bear with me. I don't know. Somehow I have the updated presentation. How did you find it?
I just brought up the presentation on your desktop.
It must have just been updated. Okay, so, we'll just go with that. I can do it. I'll just click and see what the next slide is and talk about it. So they went, in the United States and South Africa, we have 3 people direct to the company here in the United States. That's it right now, just 3. So in the United States, we have Tamra and Jim Toof, and Tamra's right back there. Hey, Tamra. She's known Aspen for a long time, been great friends with them, Emris. We have Mike and Ashley Walmer, who I am direct to them, and was really ecstatic about being able to partner with them. We've known them for several years. Love their work ethic, love their heart. So just that's where I fit in. And then Jessica and Daniel Pearson are from Florida. And then in Africa we have 3. So the last time I did this presentation, they had 2. Yesterday in Grand Island they had 2 in South Africa, and now today they have 3. Okay. So we are a holistic lifestyle company. So we're fitting into a niche that is yet to be developed. So this is an upcoming trend that they are looked at when they were looking at starting a company. It's like, what's trending? We don't want to do what people are doing already, but what's up and coming, holistic lifestyle. So we'll have premium lifestyle products in 4 categories. 4 categories with complete product lines in each. So the first category is nutritional and wellness products. $3 trillion global market right now, which is 3 times larger than the pharmaceutical industry. And that stat blows my mind, but it really is encouraging just to show you where this trend is actually going, that people are understanding the power of food and herbs as medicine. So that's encouraging that people are recognizing that. So again, we're looking at products that people aren't putting out on the market, but what's trending and what's coming up. And then the second product line is going to be hemp-derived CBD. So we'll talk a little bit more about CBD, just an overview of it, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have after, but we'll have a complete product line in the CBD category. And that is projected to be a $22 billion industry in just a couple years, you guys. So exciting. And you can't really go a day now without turning on the news or opening up a paper without seeing something about CBD. And do you think it's a coincidence that we're just launching this right now? It's not. This is something that they've been watching the trends. They have teams that are watching this stuff. We're entering the market right as you're hearing this. Not next year, not the year after, like right now. So it's really exciting. And then we're going to have a complete line of products in the skincare line. And some of our skincare will also be infused with some CBD, which I am really, really excited about. That's going to be cutting edge. And Aspen, one of her passions is skincare. So I think that with some of our new products that we're going to be seeing up and coming will be in this line, which I'm really excited. Weight management, again, it's not about giving people a pill and say, hey, you're going to lose 30, whatever weight in 30 days. It's more about what's coming up and what are people truly looking for in this area holistically and as a part of a healthy lifestyle, whether it's about wanting to lose weight in a healthy way, whether it's about getting nutrients in your diet that you're not able to get from food because our food's so stripped down right now, or whether it is about gaining weight or losing weight. So again, it's not about what people are doing, it's about what's up and coming, and they have teams of people researching this right now, the market trends, so. So do you know your CBDs? What is crazy to me is that just in the last few years, we are just getting a wealth of knowledge in this area. And we have just recently, in the last couple of years, scientists have discovered that we, each of us, all of us, and all mammals have an endocannabinoid system. So we have CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors all throughout our body. Whether it's in our neurological system, whether it's in our organs, our skin, our coordination, our thinking, our immune system, our gut, even our biometric system, like we're seeing anxiety and depression and some of those things be triggered by helping with people who are taking the CBD, just putting them back to homeostasis. So there's so many things that it triggers that I don't think that we've even touched the surface yet of all of what CBD can do for people. It's exciting. But mainly what people are seeing is if you were to lump all of the different benefits that the stories and the research is showing, is that it's pain relief in a variety of ways, anti-seizure properties, anxiety, inflammation, and insomnia. So at the end of the day, it's not like I can stand up here and pretend like I'm a doctor or a scientist and like this is the end all cure all and that we know everything about this, right? But there is a ton of research. And if you go and you read scientific research, there's just more and more, and it just blows your mind, absolutely blows your mind. But what really is amazing is the stories that you hear. And because we've started talking about this now, so I go and we do these presentations and I talk to people about CBD. Well, it's just like anything, when you start talking about something, it's just kind of like opens the door to people telling you about that, right? So over the course of the last month, I have heard so many testimonials and people's experiences with CBD when we first started talking about CBD, but we just got our products a couple weeks ago. Some of us are getting our first product, the Synergy, which I'll show you. Now what's happening is I'm starting to hear all the testimonials from Synergy, our actual CBD product. So that's been really exciting. And I could tell you so many stories and testimonials. I mean, the one that kind of I've used before is, and I know people in this room have had experiences that are just absolutely amazing. But one video that we watched, my husband and I think Jenny Amon sent it to us, was a little boy having a grand mal seizure, and his mom was kind of holding him down. It just makes me teary-eyed because I worked with kids for so many years that had traumatic brain injuries from suffering from these type of debilitating conditions. And so his mom was holding him down, and he's like 7 years old, and his eyes were going back in his head, and it was just really harsh. And they put a little bit of CBD on his dad, put some CBD, he was holding him, did this, and then, put some on his chin or his cheek, and then here, and then up here. And then in about, 45 seconds, he's stopped. Just from that. So it's crazy. So what makes our CBD different, and what is our CBD? Our CBD is called Synergy by Emris, and it's beautiful packaging. Aspen was very adamant that none of our packaging would have leaves on it or any of that. It would look like you could get it, like it would be sold in a high-end store. All of our products look that way. Not that that's bad or anything like that. It's just not what our marketing is going to be or is. But our Synergy is a very easy starting point, bless you, for people who are just starting to use CBD. There are 3 different types of CBD that you can go purchase or find. One is full spectrum. That's not what ours is. One is full spectrum, and that's where they leave a little bit of the THC in, the legal amount, which is 0.3% THC. That's legal, okay? And they leave all the components of the hemp plant in as well. The other kind is broad spectrum, which is what Synergy is. And we use a very expensive extraction method called CO2 extraction. And we do that to remove just the THC. And we leave all the other parts of the hemp plant in there. And then after we do that, we have a third party come in and test every single batch until it reaches 0 to infinity, 0% that there's no THC in every batch. And our results will be published from every batch, so we'll be able to see those as well. So I went down to Fresh Time to get my son some CBD because he had a panic attack. This was like a month ago now, maybe. And I wanted to get him, he's an electrician, he's in the second year of being an apprentice, so he can't have THC. He didn't pass a drug test after a few months. So I went down to Fresh Time, and locked up in there on, where they have their stuff on the end cap was the CBD, and all of it was full spectrum. So it was on sale for like $89. And I asked him if they had any broad spectrum CBD because my son can't have the THC in it. And they said, oh no, that's too expensive to make. We won't have that for at least a couple more years. I was like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about what I have. Because our product is $59 for VIP customers. It would be a lot more expensive if we sold it on a shelf like that. But because we're using this method, we get paid to share it with people instead of having a truck driver drive it, paying the stocker to stock it, paying the cashier and the store to be open. All those, that gets eliminated, and that's why we get to sell it to people at a really affordable price. So it's THC free, broad spectrum, CO2 extraction, high bioavailability, which just means you just put the little dropper under your tongue and you let it sit there for a couple minutes, and people feel it in a variety of time. I feel it pretty quickly. Some people it takes 15, 20 minutes. So that is our synergy. MCT oil is our carrier oil too. So that's cool. Are you ready to live a more vibrant life? Yes. So vitality. Well, when they were coming up with another product, because Aspen was adamant we're going to have 2 products because, South Africa only has the CBD. We have 2. We have the nutritional supplement and we have the CBD, but we needed 2 in the United States just because the CBD was, we needed another one. So when she sent me the ingredients for this, I could not decide if I was more excited about this or the CBD. I think I was more excited about this, to be honest with you. I read all the ingredients, and the first 7 ingredients I have up in my kitchen counter, up in our cabinet, and I can't take them all because it's just too much. I have an ashwagandha tincture thing, I have the turmeric, the holy basil, we got the cinnamon, we got, it just goes on and on and on. There's so many benefits to the ingredients in this product. And then the last 5 ingredients listed, what their purpose is to help your body absorb the first 4 or 5 ingredients. We have access, as a team, we have all the ingredients laid out and what each and every one does for you. So it's pretty amazing. But then I said, okay, how many of these pills am I gonna have to take a day? Because, do I have to take 3, 4? Because usually you get a little pack or whatever. She's like, 1. Oh my gosh. So I was really excited. Full of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory is the thing that I love about it, but also huge battle to help battle stress and anxiety because of the ashwagandha and help support healthy blood sugar levels. If you have any questions about this one, we have a lot of information we could share, but it's exciting. Also, this product is the same price point as the Synergy, so it retails at $59 as well, or not retails, VIP customers get it for $59.
That's crazy.
So really, there's going to be a place for anybody that wants to be a part of Emris or is interested in what we do, what we have. So people can be a retail customer, people will be able to be a VIP customer, people will be able to become brand ambassadors. So I'll go through what each one of those means. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we just do things a little bit differently. So our VIP customer program is something that I am extremely excited about because our customers can enroll for $9.97 and they become a customer. And they will be able to go onto their website and they can order whatever they want and get 20% off, which, by the way, brand ambassadors, we all get a free website to run our business, which I've never been a part of a company that gives you the website for free. It's exciting. So if I have a customer, if I want somebody to enroll, I just send them my website. They can enroll for $9.97, and then they can order whatever they want. They will earn loyalty credits, redeemable for discounts, and they have the opportunity to get free products. So there won't be any obligation for them to order every month. There's not an auto ship or an easy ship that they have to do, but they can if they want to. And if they do that, then there will be rewards for them if they do. So the third little thing there, the Share Emris, is because we have leaders who get marketing. That's what they've done. They get it. Our marketing is going to be unlike anything that I've ever seen, okay? We're gonna have tools available to us, but not only to us, to our customers. So if our customers share, like if I tell Nikki, where'd you get those cute shoes? And she tells me, oh, Von Mar. And I go to Von Mar and I get the shoes, they don't give Nikki like 10% off her next pair she comes in. But we're going to be able to do that for our customers, and we'll have some marketing tools available for them. So that's exciting. This starts in May. As you can see, we are not yet even soft launched.
No, we're in.
Whoops.
Oh my God.
Is that a whoops?
All right. So, whatever. In May is when the full comp plan is in place, okay? In May. Right now, we are not, we don't have the full comp plan right now. We are in a different phase of the company that we'll never ever have again. And we are in the founding partner phase, okay? So it's a very special time for us, and when May comes, we'll be out of this phase, and it's where we'll be able to have the full access to the full comp plan, which I'll go over at kind of a high level. And then we'll also be able to enroll customers in May, so on and so forth. So right now we haven't enrolled any customers. But Aspen, just a little bit about our 9 streams of income. She has, obviously they've worked in other companies, they've seen every comp plan imaginable. And when we were talking about the comp plan, she would always call it her dream plan. She's like, we're creating the dream plan, we're creating the dream plan. And so when you go to discoveremris.com, if you want to look at it, it's called Dream Plan, because that's what it is. It's something that they created because they knew some of their closest friends and family were going to be in this business. And they wanted it to be something that they would build and that they want their friends and family to be a part of. So our comp plan is different from any other comp plan that you can find in the industry, okay? So that's a little bit of what I'm gonna go over, but it's really exciting to know that we have people that have been there and done that, and we have something that's very unique and special that kind of sets us apart. The retail profits are very self-explanatory. Somebody goes to your website and they order a product. They don't wanna pay the $9.97, that's totally fine. They can order it at retail, but then on your check that you get that week, you get 20% of that order. You make that retail profit. Okay. So VIP customer bonuses, anytime that we enroll somebody for $9.97 and they order, every time they place an order, you get a 10% commission on your check, okay? So, and that builds up over the course of time. And just a way to keep in mind, all of these are every week. They just pile upon each other. So the customer bonus pool is something unique to us. This is to help people, to celebrate people, and to reward people for being very, very good at getting customers. Maybe not everybody wants to do like what I'm doing, is build a network, is to get a market share, you know. Some people just love to get customers, and so this is for them, because they can have a significant income just doing that. So every 4 weeks, Emris will take the total company's revenue from customers. So the United States and South Africa. I think we're gonna probably enter Europe next. So as we go and we enter different countries, it'll be the entire company's revenue. And then they take 1% of that and they put it like in a pool. And everybody that qualifies, every brand ambassador that qualifies based on their customers, they get to divvy up that pool, okay? So let's say we do 10 million in sales, you get 1% of that goes in the pool, and let's say right in December, right away, we have 100 people who qualify. So I looked it up in the comp plan because, of course, I have experience in the industry too, and I've looked at comp plans and I'm like, oh my God, that's gonna be too hard. I felt like sometimes people, they make it so hard, you could never get to it, you know? And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, game on, I can do this. Like, even I can do this. I can get this bonus pool. And so it's really exciting once you start digging into things and looking closely. And then we have fast start bonuses. So fast start bonuses reward people for enrolling other brand ambassadors. And these are unlimited and they're paid out every week as well. So in May, we'll have a few options for people to enroll as brand ambassadors, okay? We'll have a $199 option and a $499 option, okay? When they order product. If somebody enrolls at $199, so let's say Nikki enrolls Sue and she comes in at $199, Nikki gets a $50 fast start that week. Then she enrolls Daniel and he enrolls for $499, that's $100. So every time you enroll, you get a bonus. There'll be a $49 option that people will be able to come in as a brand ambassador for $49 as well, but there's no fast bonus on that one, okay? So this could add up really fast. So this is the part of the comp plan that really just starts to just blow my mind. Last night when we were in Grand Island, I actually got teary-eyed talking about like the check matching. We're gonna get that next because I actually like dug into the comp plan and spent nights, wasn't I? Like at night I'm just reading the comp plan like, I gotta learn this really good because I gotta teach people how we're gonna do this. But the team commission is like serious magic. This is where it blows your mind, okay? So think of we are about 600-700 founding partners right now in the United States total. That's it. Okay? If you look up any of the top companies, how many people they have building businesses, it's hundreds of thousands, millions of people. We'll be there someday. Okay? We have 500 to 600, 700 people right now. So this is our opportunity to get our market share, to start building that. This is the piece that creates residual income. You can will this and transfer this to your family, to your children. So, and it just starts with two. We're a binary hybrid comp plan. So if you're looking at just, what does that mean? It means you're gonna build two legs. You're gonna build a right side and you're gonna build a left side. Okay? You're gonna put a person on your right, a person on the left. You're gonna put a person on your right, a person on your left. What are you gonna tell those people that you just brought in? Go do the same thing. Start with your right, start with your left. You go with your right. So you're just looking to build a right and a left side. And before you know it, this gigantic network of people are either building businesses or they're becoming customers, you know? So Matthew, when he explained this when we were in Miami, because we went up there, he was talking about market share. And I just can't get that out of my brain. But it is like it's just like traditional business. I relate it just to like what I did. And I know like Brad has built a traditional business. You build a franchise and they study that, right? Like it was a home care franchise. So you study that industry, you look at the trend. Where do you want to set up your store? Where do you want your markets to be? Where's the best place? And you know how much revenue of the market you're gonna get. You have a goal. This is the same thing, only it's yours, okay? You know we're gonna do 100 million the first year. How much of that do you wanna be yours? You know there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of people doing this eventually. Now's the time to like, how many of that do you want to be yours? This is the part where you work for, 1 hour a day or whatever it is, 2 hours a day, and you have 100 people under you working 1 or 2 hours a day. That's a lot of hours. So it's like 400 hours a day that you're getting paid on. So it's really exciting. Our comp plan also pays out unlimited levels, guys. Think about that. Right now where we're at, I don't even think we have 100 levels yet, like deep, okay? And somebody that's at that level could build a bigger business than me. Everybody has this equal opportunity right now. So it pays unlimited levels deep. That doesn't blow your mind, I don't know. So it's crazy. Exciting. But this is where I got emotional last night. I literally almost started, like I got teary-eyed, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because this week when I was studying the comp plan, it actually clicked for me what this means. And I remember Matthew Harris saying one time that this is the part of the comp plan that has, when you see companies that have this in their comp plan, it's what makes people a lot of money, okay? Well, what it means is if I enroll Sue, okay, and Sue enrolls Nikki, all right? And I enroll Leanne, and Leanne enrolls Ross. So I've enrolled Sue and I've enrolled Leanne, all right. When I get to this, let's see, the third rank up, just not that far up, you guys, the third rank, I start getting check matching on every person that I personally bring into the business. I get, every single week, I get 10% of whatever she made. And I get 10% of her check, not taking away anything. So let's say I enroll this whole side eventually after a year or whatever. You know, I enroll this whole side. Every week I get 10% of all their checks. Forever and ever. It never ends. Never. Okay? Then let's say, oh, here's the other cool part. They don't have to be a special rank. They can just be getting going, but it's saying, good job, Steph, like you helped them, you're helping them, you get 10%. Okay, so then, let's say they enroll, you guys are all enrolled by one of them, all right? So now, not only do I get 10% of their checks every week, but I get to tap into their first generation. Each one of them enrolled each one of you, so now I get 5% of every single one of your checks. Forever and ever. Is that amazing? I mean, it is amazing to me. Like, it made me teary-eyed last night, just thinking about that. For people, and what that could mean for people. Because that never ends. So, and that's every single week. That's crazy.
That is.
And to think that we have so much opportunity right now. So then we have other parts of this comp plan that are unique to us, which are our bonus pools. We have a director bonus pool, we have a VP bonus pool. So we have 2 bonus pools. And they're basically predicated like on the same concept. So what happens is every 4 weeks, Emris takes the entire revenue from the entire company and they put 1% of that in a pot. And whoever is a director gets to divide up that. So let's say, I think honestly, we'll probably right away at the end of December, we're gonna have directors already. All right, so let's say we do 5 million or 10 million in sales in December and we have 20 directors. So let's say we do 20 million in sales in December. We take 1% of that and that goes in a pot. And let's say we have however many directors, 20 by then. They get to split up that pot, okay? That always happens if you're a director. You split that no matter when we go into how many countries. Aspen has taken off the table the fact that we are going to be a $2 billion company, or why did I say 2 billion? $1 billion company. She says that, she's very adamant about that. So it's exciting to think that the potential of what we have. And then it's the same thing for the vice president bonus pool, only